This guy just did 8 years in prison. The day he finally walks free, the woman who put him there is waiting at the gate. She walks up and says it was all her fault back then. Whatever he wants, she'll make it right. See, 8 years ago, she was assaulted. He stepped in and beat the attacker so badly the guy was nearly dead. But in court, she said it was consensual. He grabs her by the throat, letting out all that rage. He says every day inside was a fight. They even broke his leg. How could you ever make up for that? She quickly pulls out a savings book, says there's 10 grand in it. If it's not enough, she'll add more. He opens it and just laughs. That's when her husband leans out of the car, telling her to hurry up. He looks closer and can't believe it. She actually married Joe Tao, the guy who assaulted her. He slaps her hard across the face. You're disgusting. Throws the savings book on the ground, grabs his bag, and walks off. She tells him to behave himself from now on. Don't even think about revenge. You can't beat him. So that's the real reason she showed up. Can I beat him or not? We'll see about that. He walks off without looking back, cold as hell. By now, word's already spread through every village nearby that he's out. In a small, honest town like this in the 90s, an ex-con was somebody to be scared of. The second people spot him, they scatter like roaches. He sees it all but just keeps walking, limping back to his old place. He pushes open the door. Inside, everything is broken and decayed. Memories of living here with his parents hit him all at once. He can't hold it in anymore. He kneels at their shrine and breaks down crying. They spent every last dime trying to clear his name. 3 years ago, on their way to visit him, they got into a car crash. Both of them died. He couldn't even see them one last time. Just then, the village chief walks in with a basket of food. Says it's a small gesture from the village. Even though people keep their distance, they all pitched in some grain and money to help him get through this rough patch. He's genuinely moved. He swears to himself, one day, he's gonna make sure these people live a better life. That's when another woman shows up at the door with her 7-year-old daughter. They live next door. They brought him the only egg they had left. He kneels down to thank the little girl. But then she drops. No problem, Mister Jailbird. The innocent kid just killed the whole conversation. The woman quickly apologizes and tells him not to let it get to him. She drags the kid away fast. Then the chief hands him a bundle, his parents' belongings. Inside, he finds his father's pipe and a flatbread his mother made. Eyes watering, he shoves a piece in his mouth. Suddenly, he notices something. On the bread, there's a license plate number, smeared in blood. It's the exact same plate he saw on Joe Tao's car the day he got out. He runs after the chief. He tells him his parents weren't in an accident. Joe Tao ran them down on purpose. He swears he will make Joe Tao and his wife pay in blood. The chief tells him to calm down. Joe Tao is a multi-millionaire now. Don't get locked up again the second you're out. He says he won't make the same mistake twice. This time he'll become a billionaire first and crush them from the top. The chief just shakes his head and leaves. But what the chief doesn't know, inside he met bosses from every trade. He's a legend in his own right now. After that, he goes to an old locust tree in the next village and digs up a metal box. Inside are a few gold bars. A dying cellmate left them to him. Worth about 10 grand, more than enough to start something big. That night, he's heading home when he catches the woman next door in trouble. A local thug, Wang Mazi, is messing with her. After everything he's been through, he wants no part of it. But deep down, he's still decent. He can't just stand by and watch it happen right in front of him. So he turns around and yells out, "Hey!" Wang Mazi is terrified of this guy's reputation. He bolts without a word. The woman is about to thank him, but all she sees is his back and a bag of flour he left at her door. He's returning the favor for that one egg. She's completely taken by this tough but principled man. Back home, he looks at his money, 13,000 in total. This village is full of sorghum and corn, and he just happens to know how to brew liquor from his time inside. He decides to open a distillery. Next day, he talks to the chief. But the chief asks if he wants a wife. The woman he's talking about? The neighbor from last night. 7 years ago, she had a kid out of wedlock. Her family kicked her out. Without a man, she and her daughter are barely hanging on. But then he remembers. 8 years ago, thinking he'd die in prison with a fellow inmate's help, he met a woman he never saw in person. Come inside. I took the money. I'll carry on your bloodline. He still wants to find that woman from the prison. So he tells the chief no. What he doesn't realize, the one he's looking for is this exact mother. Then he tells the chief about the distillery plan. The chief sees his savings and agrees right away. He immediately goes to scout for a location. Meanwhile, the woman is out picking wild greens. When she hears she was rejected by an ex-con, the tears start falling.